Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na.
I am Nathanael and this is my OMG interview. Well, I'm Nathanael, I'm an artist musician. I'm half of the songwriting production team, Feature project. In terms of music style, primarily gospel, but I do lots of R&B, reggae, dancehall, and fusion stuff as well. Currently working towards the debut album project, Chances, due for release in February, as well as an R&B EP, because I do a lot of love music as well. I spearhead a songwriting production company called Fisherman Project with my younger brother Daniel. In terms of notable songs we did, more recently Far From Finish from Voice. I collaborated with Full Blown Entertainment on the Machel Montano and Boyz II Men track a couple years ago. Gospel-wise, we've done some work on Mark Isaac's album, John Yard's album, more recently Jaron Nurse's album. A lot of my stuff as well, Royals, Nehelet Blackman, just to name a few. In terms of my musical journey, it started at the age of 6. My mom comes from a musical family, so she enrolled myself into classical piano classes. So I started at the age of 6. My dad is a pastor. So being around church and growing up in church, you tend to find yourself involved in church events and what have you without much choice, especially at a young age. Shout out to my dad one time. So getting involved in church choirs, getting involved with the church band, the youth groups and that kind of stuff. And eventually the music progressed from there where I started to get into writing and arranging and composing and that kind of stuff. The plan for the future, well, short term, I really want to get that album out. This will be my first project. Working closely with myself, my younger brother. We have KC Precision Productions, London Feature, DJ Body Rock, Mark Dingwell. A lot of guys collaborating in terms of the production part of it. So for the first quarter of next year, 2018, that's one of my main goals. As a producer, it's always a blessing to get new opportunities to work with new talent, new artists, and that's about it for me. Well, we went to school with Voice here on St. Louis. Shout out to everybody that attended one of the best schools in the country, if not the best school in the country, St. George's College, Barataria. And we always had a relationship through football, playing music, lying around playing the fool in school. And he reached out to us in that he wanted to do something different. So he approached myself and my younger brother Daniel. Sent us some of the ideas that he had. He said he wanted something Afrocentric, something vintage with a little bit of that calypso feel. So we got to work, started sending him some ideas, and he would send back voice notes, and everything just keep going back and forth until we finally found it. I was like, alright, this is it. And he was like, yeah, going in, contacted Casey. He was more or less the mastermind engineer behind everything, got the song recorded, put it out, not totally sure, as to what the outcome will be. I always have that little jitters, and I see how people respond to this, because it was a lot different. It was a narrative, it was inspirational, and it's about to throw this out into the main season, and remarkably everything just kind of fell into place from there. I remember that first phone call, like, you see what's going on YouTube, because the views are racking up, the radio play racking up, different islands playing it, again, videos, snaps, IG stories, everything like, loving this song, loving this record, and the rest is history, Within days, people were singing it word for word, so videos with a lot of little churn especially, and that's definitely a blessing, so we thank God for that opening. The biggest lesson, as a Christian, the biggest lesson for me was to trust God, in spite of a situation, in spite of circumstances, in spite of challenges. I believe that God is the author and finisher of our faith, and that's my biggest lesson. That's one thing that I hold to trust God in spite of whatever it is occurring, whatever it is I'm doing, do it to my best ability with all my might as unto God. Well, the voice track would definitely be one, seeing the response to it, and when he called and say, here's what's going on. Interestingly enough, it was around the time that my mom was very ill. very sick, you know what I mean? And she would have been around up until the last moments that we working on that song. So she would have heard a bit of it in terms of the transition. And I remember her being like, yo, I like this, keep doing this, it's positive stuff. She was really feeling the track at that point in time, and she passed in August. The track would have come out probably like 2 months after that, 2 or 3 months after that. And to see what happened, you know what I mean, for me it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling in terms of that time frame. To everybody that watching this video, thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you to OMG. If you're trying to get in contact with Nathanael, you can catch me on IG, Instagram at Nathanael_Fisherman, on Facebook, Nathanael MGB, YouTube, Nathanael NGB, Twitter, Nathanael MGB. And bye, yes, bye. I'm sorry.